Hi, welcome back to Makeover May. I'm Tasha Cleveland with Latitudes Art Gallery, and we are going to look at Wayne's room today. He has submitted a sectional wall in our Makeover May giveaway, and oftentimes when we're dealing with a sectional wall, people get stumped. They don't know what to do when you have such a giant piece of furniture, and then how do you do art above it? My general recommendation for sizing artwork above a sectional is a piece that's either 30 high by 90 inches wide or 40 high by 80 inches wide. And the reason I like pieces that large is because it really balances out the visual weight of this giant piece of furniture. Now, the caveat to that, the time that I will change that recommendation is when we are working with the love seat side of the sectional. Usually, I would say 75% of the time, we're working with the sofa side of a sectional versus the love seat side of a sectional. And in this case, in Wayne's room, we've got the love seat side. So you can see it's 2 cushions plus a corner. And so what I recommend is sizing it a little bit closer to a 30 by 60 rather than a 30 by 90, depending on the other elements of the space. Now, in Wayne's space, we've got a clock that's clearly defining the edge, and we've got a lamp. And so really, we don't want to go beyond those boundaries. We don't want to extend into that space and make that feel crowded. So when we're looking at Wayne's room, my initial instinct is to play with some light beige colors and gray colors and blue colors and pull in, if I can, some of those red and brown tones. Now, Wayne has been in before. He is one of our longtime customers. And I happen to have secret information and know that he was looking for pelicans on this wall. So even though he didn't submit a request for pelicans, we're going to check out some pelicans today and try to check this off of the list for you, Wayne. Now, since the last time you came in, we've got some new pelican images. And when I put this one on your wall, I have to say, it kind of blew my mind. I was stunned at how beautiful it looked in your space. Now, what I love about this picture is not only do we get, and it's kind of hard for you to see because of the size of the photos that we're working with in the submission, the brown tones on the wings, and there's little hints of like golden color on the back of the bird. I love that that ties into this warm brown chair and pulls in a little bit of the warmth from the lamp. I also love the lightness of this. And then we have talked about this before. When there's an image that has a lot of softness and a lot of breathing room built in, like this one, you can go much larger with the piece. And so in this case, I'm looking at about a 30 by 60 on this wall. And I think the pelicans look phenomenal here. The other images that I looked at, this one's a bit heavier, but it does get these beautiful warm tones pulling straight through the piece and the 2 darker colors in your space. I really love this one as well. There's also a lot more happening. So if you happen to be looking for a bird image that has more than just the birds, this one will be a great one. And this one, these 2 really create a very similar feeling for me. This one I would say is a little bit more classic, a little bit more simplistic and striking in its simplicity. And a lot of times when I talk with people that love pelicans and want pelicans on their walls, there is something about those pelicans that they're drawn to. And generally, it's how beautiful they are when they fly, how gracefully they fly. I have one client who said, you would never expect such an unattractive bird to be so incredibly graceful in the air. And that is why she loves pelicans. And so this to me captures that essence beautifully. It really, really does speak to the way that those birds fly. And I love how light and airy it is. I love that it picks up a lot of those colors in your existing sofa color palette. So that one is definitely a winner. And just in case you wanted to leave the realm of pelicans for a moment, these are flamingos. And the flamingos happen to have those red colors that you are looking for to match that clock. So I kind of wanted to just throw that one in there just in case you wanted to mix up the birds a little bit. But if we are looking pelicans, my definite picks are this one and this one. And I really it's just so exquisite to see this one in your space. So this one's my win. I hope that was helpful. Again, when you're working with a sectional, try taping out the following sizes: a 30 by 60 or 30 by 90 piece over the love seat side, or a 40 by 80 with painter's tape. And if you happen to be working on the love seat side like Wayne is, try the 30 by 60 instead and see which one of those feels right. There's a lot of sizes in between there, but those are generally the places I recommend people start with when they're playing with painter's tape on their wall to try and nail down the sizes that feel right for their space. And really, that's where I recommend everybody start, because once you nail your sizes, everything else becomes a whole lot easier. So thank you so much for your entry, Wayne. I look forward to seeing who the winner is on June 1st. If you have not entered your submission yet, go to latitudesgallery.com and click on the Makeover May button at the top and submit your room photo. Thanks so much. See you next time.